Eats and eats and eats and treats.
Hello, and welcome to the Joy Holiday Channel. My name is Marissa, and today on Eats and Treats, we are celebrating Mother's Day. We will be making a breakfast fit for Wonder Woman and your own personal superhero mom. These ingredients are packed full of protein and will have you ready to battle whatever comes your way. We are making a gluten-free Mediterranean quiche. Now that we have our spinach nice and sauteed, we are going to have that ready to go to put into our quiche before we bake it. Now we're going to slice our onion nice and thin. It's a julienne is the French term. For all you home cooks, it's just a nice thin slice. Now we have our zucchini here, sauteing up, getting a nice golden brown. Toss it. That way all the sides get cooked evenly. I have also added some minced garlic. Today we have our gluten-free pie crust. You can use rice, you can use dried beans, or traditional pie weights to hold down the crust. Now I've placed our pie crust in the oven. We're gonna bake that at 350 degrees for 12 minutes. Now I have my eggs that I have allowed to come to room temperature. That allows us to bake our quiche evenly throughout the process. We have our feta cheese crumbled here. We have our delicious Gruyere cheese shredded. We have our fresh mozzarella here. Now I like to use 3 different kinds of cheeses because it just adds some extra flavor to our quiche. We have our fresh basil, our fresh thyme, some minced garlic that I have used to saute our spinach, onions, and zucchini. So we have our eggs at room temperature. What I like to do is instead of cracking on the bowl, you can do a little quick tip and you just crack them right against each other and just empty them right into the bowl. Now I prefer to use organic eggs. You know exactly what is not going into them. They are just fresh chickens that have been hanging out on the farm and they taste delicious. So now we're going to tear our basil leaves. I prefer to do it by hand because then with the knife it doesn't oxidize and you don't get all of those brown spots in your basil. I have my thyme here and I have destemmed it. I love fresh thyme because it just adds some delicious flavor. Any fresh herbs that you prefer to add to your quiche, just liven up the dish and just add extra flavor. Now we have our fresh mozzarella here. As I said before, I love to use all of these different kinds of cheeses. We have our Gruyere, our feta, our mozzarella, just really adding in those extra flavors. And the fresh mozzarella is definitely one of my favorites. It takes me back to when I was in Italy and having the fresh mozzarella come straight out of the barrel. We have our pie crust that has been pre-baked. Now I'm going to fill it with all of our fillings. I'm going to mix our eggs with some half and half and a little bit of salt and put it in the oven to bake. I like to begin with my vegetables first and then I will finish with my cheese and then my egg and half mixture. So we will take a little spinach. I love spinach. It makes you nice and strong, just like Popeye. You can never have enough spinach. Beautiful. A little zucchini. Now you can really do any vegetables that you really prefer, whatever your mom's favorite is. My mom loves mushrooms as well, so if you wanted to add any mushrooms, that is always delicious. We'll do our fresh herbs in between the vegetables and the cheese. So we have our thyme, have our fresh basil. Oh, this is gonna be delicious. It's gonna take you right to Greece. All right, we have our Gruyere. These ingredients are taking me straight to the Mediterranean. It reminds me of Wonder Woman from the island of Themyscira. Now please feel free to add as little or as much cheese as you'd like. Now we have just added the feta. I'm going to top it off with some fresh mozzarella. And now we are going to mix our eggs with our half and half. All right, now when you're filling the quiche with your egg mixture, make sure to go nice and slow. You don't want to overflow it. You fill it up just until you start to see the ingredients starting to rise just a little bit to the top. Now you can go ahead and just push those down into the liquid. Now we're going to top it with some delicious butter. So excited about this quiche. Quiche is one of my favorites as well as my mom's. So light and fluffy. It's delicious. If you've enjoyed our recipes today, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Joy Holiday channel, or you can watch us on Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. We'll see you next time.
Eats and eats and eats and treats.